Hello and welcome to the inaugural first episode of the Backed by Bone podcast. I am your host, Chris, also on the internet as Don Burgundy, but that doesn't really fucking matter. But yeah, this is the first episode podcast of where I'm just going to talk about whatever the fuck I want. Doing this for fun, we're not professionals here and it's not going to sound great. I don't have any visuals, there's no video, but what do you expect? I'm not fucking Joe Rogan. I don't have $1 million setup. I'm just a motherfucker in my room with a shitty PC and a shitty headset mic. But, hopefully over time everything's going to level up. I'm just doing this for fun. I don't know how often I'm going to be doing it until I get bored, maybe. Who fucking knows? I don't know. But again, this is a podcast where I talk about anime, video games, sports, bodybuilding, entertainment, life, basically anything else I want to fucking talk about. And I don't know how long each episode's going to be, so who fucking cares? All right? Have fun, enjoy, listen, maybe leave some comments. Who fucking knows? Reach out to Trojan so you can slam their email a fucking inbox and try and get them to sponsor me because I'm not using Trojans because I'm not having sex, but maybe they can give me some money. Who fucking knows? All right. So getting into it today, first I wanted to talk about the Giannis Pappas special. I actually just recently watched. It's on YouTube. It's on his YouTube channel. It's free. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly suggest it. It was actually really good. I think it was a little bit less than an hour, maybe closer to a half an hour. I don't know. I don't have it pulled up in front of me, but I thought it was really good. I think he's really funny. I like his podcast, Long Days with Giannis. If you guys haven't checked that out, definitely go check that out wherever you can watch podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, all that bullshit. Um, Basically, I forget where he was, like somewhere in the Midwest, some wild shit. I don't know. Um, but I thought it was really good. Like the whole concept of it was basically like him portraying society or something like that, or making fun of it. I don't fucking know. Um, I didn't want to go into a whole thing about it because I don't want to give it away. I just suggest you go watch it, give it a chance, give it a like, give him a subscribe. Um, leave a comment about how fucking fat his hog is in the comments. I'm sure they'll drive the algorithm through the roof, so I'm sure he'll appreciate that. All right, what do we got next here? I got a little list in front of me here of things I wanted to bring up because Lord knows I'm half-tarded. Ooh, okay, here we go. So Avalanche. So the Colorado Avalanche. I live in Denver, Colorado, for all the no listeners out here. So the Denver Avalanche, Jesus, the Colorado Avalanche are actually going to the Stanley Cup final, which I think is fucking phenomenal because I don't believe they've been there since the 90s. This is like, the best chance of winning it, I think, within the next, 10 years plus. Who knows if they're ever going to make it back? I don't even fucking know. Um, I myself am a Bruins fan, so I don't, you know, my team got out in like the first round against fucking Carolina Hurricanes, so whatever. But being here in Denver and like having the Avalanche going to the Stanley Cup is actually really dope. I don't think I'm gonna go to any of those games because it's expensive as fuck. I haven't even looked at the tickets, but I'm can guarantee you they're expensive as fuck for shitty tickets. Um, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, if they win the Stanley Cup, who fucking knows? There's gonna be probably riots in the streets. I guarantee you. People will be partying, and it's gonna be a Tuesday, and there's gonna be fucking pot-bellied losers face down in the fucking pavement in their own vomit, screaming, "Let's go, Habs!" Shit like that. But I think it's dope. Really good. Happy for them. Hockey's my favorite sport, so it's always cool to see, especially being in an area where this team's actually going to the Stanley Cup. So I think that's really fucking cool. Good for them. I will be checking back in on them, probably doing some reviews on that as well. The other two teams that are left are the Lightning and the Rangers. They're still duking it out. The Avalanche beat the Oilers in 4 games, clean sweep 4-0, and the series for the Lightning and Rangers tied 2-2. Next game is tomorrow. I should have mentioned today's June. June 8th, 2022. Jesus, I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, so June 8th, 2022. So the next game of the Lightning and Rangers is tomorrow at 6 p.m. my time. So Eastern Standard Time is going to be 8 o'clock. West Coast time, I don't give a fuck. You can figure it out and do the math. But that is Game 5 series. It's tied at 2-2. That is a phenomenal series. Go take a watch at that. Some really cool stories there. The Rangers, kind of their rise to prominence again. They have not been good for a very long time. So this is the Rangers' best bet. And the Lightning have been good for a long time. So it'd be interesting to see. Lightning won the last game, and this next game is going to be in New York, MSG, I believe. So should be a banger, kid. All right. Moving on from there, we are going to the hardwood. We are talking NBA. And I am a Bruins fan, so by extension, that means I'm a Boston Celtics fan. And the Boston Celtics are in the championship against the Golden State Warriors. Which, okay, here we go. This is a good series so far. Boston took the first game. Golden State took the second game, and now we're on to game 3, which is actually tonight at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. It's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They are in Boston, which is wild that it is a fucking Wednesday. The game is starting at 9 o'clock at the TD Garden. Who the fuck is going to that game? I mean, I get it's the championship, so I mean, if I was there and I had money, I'd probably go to that game. But 9 o'clock on a fucking Wednesday? You serious, bro? Like those tickets are probably also through the roof. I mean, if you ever try to get tickets to anything at TD Garden, it's a fucking highway robbery. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even want to look at the tickets right now. I think I would just vomit. So no one wants to hear that. But yeah, first game, Celtics won. It was in California, 120 to 108. Phenomenal game. And then Warriors won the second game, 107 to 88. Kind of stomped them. So I think this game is going to be good tonight. I'm going out on a limb. I'm going to say the Warriors win this game, and then Boston takes the game after this. So that is going to be a 2-2 series going back to California. Uh, I don't know how it shakes up. I'm hoping the Celtics don't just get slammed. I got really excited because the Celtics won the first game, and I was like, "Oh shit, are they going to do it? Who knows?" And then the second game, I kind of figured that Golden State was going to win because there's no way they're going to go down 0-2. But the Celtics run this year has actually been phenomenal. I mean, one of the best teams in the East. Their way to the final, they had to play Brooklyn Nets, who they beat 4-0. I mean, everyone thought the Nets were going to go to the final anyway, but I mean, the Celtics stomped them. Jason Tatum dragged his fucking nuts all over Kyrie Irving's forehead because fuck that guy. Then they had to play last year's champions, the Milwaukee Bucks, and they beat Giannis. And I don't know anybody else on that team because I don't give a fuck. I think Middleton on that team. Who fucking cares? I don't know anybody on that team. I don't care. And now, then they had to play the Heat, and that was actually a really good series. So I thought that was, surprising. It was a 4-3 series. A lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was. I thought that Milwaukee was a better team than Miami. So I thought that the Celtics were going to beat them 4-1, 4-2, something like that. But it actually went down to game 7, so it was pretty close. Surprise. But Jimmy Butler gets robbed again. Not really robbed, obviously, but the guy just needs some more help on that team. I don't know who the fuck else is on that team besides Tyler Hero, and the only reason I really know him is because of Jack Harlow, and obviously I like Jack Harlow because he makes it cool to be a white guy again, and Lord knows us white guys need that. But yeah, no. So Boston Celtics, if they win this, which I'm hoping they do, they will come out on top for the most titles in the NBA. They are currently tied with the Los Angeles Lakers at 17 each. Thank you Kevin Garnett and thank you Bill Russell. Those guys are carrying the Celtics for those years. Obviously Bill Russell first, and then Kevin Garnett. I think it was back in 08 or something like that. They had one title they won. But yeah, no, interesting. Definitely keep an eye out for that. I will be talking about that in the future. I actually need to get some Celtics gear. Green is my favorite color, so I'm surprised I don't have any Celtics gear. I've never really been into the NBA for a while. I just recently kind of got into it like this past year or two. Actually paying attention to it anyway. But I don't want to say I'm a bandwagon fan because I've been paying attention for the last 2-3 years. Basically, ever since Jason Tatum has actually been popping off. So uh, here we go, Celtics. Let's fucking go. All right, on to the next. We're talking UFC. So I'm actually like a pretty big UFC fan. Only problem is that all the cards are on so fucking late, and there's no way I'm staying up until fucking 12, 11 on a Saturday. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I wake up early, I go to the gym, and then I fucking, relax on my weekends and I go out, try to tan by the pool, fucking, do whatever I want. I don't want to stay up until fucking 3 a.m. watching a goddamn card. Okay, so a little bit of backstory. Every time, not every time, but 99% of the time that I stay up late to watch a main card of a fight that I really want to fucking watch, it ends in a decision. Like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, I don't want to stay up and wait all night just to see a fucking decision. The only ones that don't have decisions are like fight nights, where everyone's literally knocking each other out or like breaking each other's arms. But every big UFC card, this one coming up, UFC 275. But every big UFC card, like I get it. Like, there's like title fights and like big stuff on the line and rankings and money. So you don't want to just go in fucking guns a blazing, and the guys in the fight nights aren't getting paid as much, so they're throwing caution to the wind or whatever. But it's like, dude, come on! I want to see some fucking crazy shit like that. I want to stay up and watch it, like so whatever. So I end up just watching the highlights the day later and kind of just looking at the results and whatever, and you know, hoping it comes out for free somewhere on fucking YouTube or whatever. But UFC 275 this weekend, this Saturday, June 11th. Main card starts at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? So just so you know, that it never actually starts at that time. It'll probably start like actual fight, like first fight on that card, probably start at fucking 8:30, maybe even 9 o'clock. So who fucking knows? Um, so main card, Glover Teixeira and Yuri Prochaska. I don't even know how to spell his name. Prochaska? Prochaska Khan? Yuri Prochaska Khan. I think that fight should be a banger. I won't fucking know because I'm not staying up to watch it. I will enjoy watching the highlights though. So hopefully something happens. Kind of want Yuri to win. I got nothing against Glover. Glover's 40 something years old, so good for him. He's a fucking killer. They're both killers, but like to see some new blood in the light heavyweight division. Then there's the women's flyweight uh, title defense with Valentina Shevchenko against Talia Santos. That should be a good fight. Valentina wins. What else am I going to say about that? Women's strawweight is Zhang Huili and Johanna Zhanshech. As you can tell, I'm having fun with these names. That should be a banger. I'm excited to see the highlights of that. And the rest on the card is not important, so I don't care. Looks like the Robert Whitaker and Marvin Vettori fight got canceled, which sucks because that would also be a banger. We'll see if that gets rescheduled or whatever. I don't know why it's canceled. See anything on the prelims cards? Nothing I care about. Early prelims, nothing I care about. All right. So who gives a fuck? Anything else on? So this next UFC fight night, actually, looking at it now, June 18th, kind of looks like a fucking banger. And the card starts at 5 p.m. The main card. See, why can't you fucking do that? You know what I mean? Like, I want to watch that. It's easier for me to watch that when it's not fucking 9 o'clock at night. Jesus. But main card, main fight, Calvin Cater, Josh Emmett. I don't know who Josh Emmett is. I'm just hoping Calvin smashes this guy. He's an East Coast boy. I think he's in the Massachusetts area, so obviously I'm a homer, so I'm gonna rep him. Then Donald Cerrone coming back from a long time off with Joe against Joe Lozon. Lozon. I think that's a rescheduled fight. Should be a banger. And then we got Tim Means, Kevin Holland. I feel like that's going to be a banger as well. Kevin Holland's always fun to watch. Then we've got Joaquin Buckley against Albert Duraev. I don't know who Albert is, but I do know Joaquin Buckley. Most people do. He's that guy with the crazy spinning knockout against Impa Kasanganai. He fucking went to kick Impa. If that's how I'm saying his name right. So Impa catches the kick, holds it there, and then Joaquin Buckley just does this like spinning back kick and he kicks him right in the fucking chin and knocks him out. It looked like some Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Tekken shit. So everyone's probably seen it. If not, you can just search his name up and find it. Every other fight on here I don't really care about as I'm looking at it right now. And some names that you'd recognize, but if you follow the UFC, but no fights I'm really chomping at the bit to actually watch. So that should be interesting. A lot of sports talk, but it is what it is. All right, what else we got next? All right, we are actually on to the weeb shit. So we're looking at some anime. So recently, I've been trying to catch up as much as possible on some stuff. I caught up on a decent amount of One Piece. I'm on episode 884, so obviously they're in the thousands right now, but I think it's 1,010 episodes right now or some shit like that. But one trip, like or one trick, one little life hack is when you're watching anime, watch it at 1.5 or 2 times speed. Like, sometimes I get it, like, it's hard to, like, 1, read the subtitles, and 2, like, take everything in, but if it's something like One Piece, or I've also been catching up on Black Clover as well, it's something like that, you could watch that at 1.5 times speed or even 2 times speed. Because 1, if you already know what's going on, whereas in Black Clover, I've read most of the manga, I know what's going on, and with One Piece, like, there's a lot of, like, gaps in between actual action and things going on, and it's not a super dialogue heavy series. Obviously, I wouldn't suggest using a dialogue heavy series to fucking um, watch at 2 times speed, but um, whatever. I'm fucking. I'm running off on a tangent, but yeah, again, if you are trying to binge a series that has a lot of episodes, or if you're just trying to binge a series that you want to watch, just put it on 1.5 or 2 times speed. You'll thank me later. You'll get through 10 episodes within, like, maybe an hour. Who fucking knows? Um, but yeah, so One Piece, so catching up on some Black Clover. I just recently finished Vinland Saga, and that is a series I watched on 2.5 times speed because I read I read the manga up to where about the first season ends. That's 24 episodes. It was done by Wit Studios. I thought it was phenomenal. I had a great time watching it. I already knew what was happening through most of it. Um, so I wasn't really shocked by anything, but I thought the voice acting, the sound design, and the animation was through the roof. So I thought they did a really good job. I would highly suggest checking that out and the manga as well. The manga artwork is phenomenal. There's this one scene where there's like an owl eating a dude's ear off of a dead body or some shit like that, and it just looks really good. Like, I don't know who did the art. I could look that up later, but the artwork was phenomenal. So make a lot of cool backgrounds for your phone or your computer, or if you want to print them out and put them on your wall and shit. You know, so when girls come in, they know how fucking nerdy you are and that you're a virgin and your dick doesn't work because you like anime, or that is the stereotype at least. Also catching up on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, trying to slam through Diamond is Unbreakable. That is one series that is really hard to watch on 1.5 and 2 times speed because it's very dialogue heavy and it's kind of all over the place. You got to kind of concentrate. So um, I'll be trying to get through that as soon as possible, try and catch up on the JoJo series. But we're also looking at spring 2022 season. We got Spy Family, which is actually really good. I just don't like the daughter in Spy Family. I think she's really fucking obnoxious, but it's besides the point. Um, the sound work is good. The animation is phenomenal. I do like the main characters, obviously, again, except for the daughter. I think it is done by Wit Studio and also Cloverworks, so they're doing a phenomenal job. Next, we've got The Rising of Shield Hero Season 2. I have not caught up on the current episodes of this. I've only watched 2 episodes of this season. It's got like 13 or something right now. I already know what happens. Like, I'm basically caught up on the Rising of Shield Hero manga, so I kind of already know what's happening. This is something I'm going to watch at probably 2.5 times speed just to catch myself up, just to watch it. Um, I'm just gonna say one thing is that after this season and this whole Spirit Tortoise thing, it gets really good. So you know, look out for that. What else are we watching this season? There's quite a lot of other things coming out that I don't really care about, but um, another series here. We've got Skeleton Knight in Another World. Pretty good animation, pretty good. It done by Hornets and Studio Kai. Never heard of either of them. I read most of this manga that is currently available in translations in English. It's pretty good. Another series I'm watching at a fast pace because I know what's going on. I've already read the manga. Uh, Similar to that, I'm watching I'm Quitting Heroing. I have read basically most of the manga that is available. It's pretty good. It's done by EMT Squared. That's the studio. Um, it's nothing crazy. It's interesting. It's a decent watch. I'm not gonna put it up there my highest recommendation. But one of my higher recommendations is going to be Trapped in a Dating Sim. The world of Otome games is tough for mobs. That's a really good series. I like the manga a little bit more than I like the animation on this. So for the anime adaptation, it's not as bad. I mean, it's not as good. Sorry, um, as I wanted it to be, but it is what it is. You know, you can't always knock it out of the park. It's done by Studio Engi. I've never heard of them before. I don't think they're doing a bad job. I just don't think they're doing a very good job. But I highly recommend reading the manga for this one. Maybe check out the anime if you're bored. I'm hoping if it gets another season, it gets a little bit of an upgrade. But, you know, what are you going to do? That is basically all I'm watching for spring 2020. But I just kind of wanted to mention something really quick is that I've noticed a trend in anime that is coming out that a lot of the series that are getting, excuse me, anime adaptations are series that I've been reading for quite a while now. So if we go to like summer 2022, and I don't know if it's just because I have good taste or because they kind of like whenever you go to these manga sites, they kind of push the most popular stuff, and then the most popular stuff gets anime adaptations. Like Call of the Night here, which is that series that's coming out in July. That is a series about vampires. I've been reading that for a while now, probably a year or so. Pretty decent, you know, nothing crazy. Not gonna fucking knock your socks off, but coming out in summer 2022, we've got The Devil as a Part-Timer season 2. Very fucking excited for this. I will be talking about this at length, so expect that. Overlord fourth season being done by Madhouse. I'm hoping this is good. I'm hoping because I like the Overlord series, but the last season was kind of dog shit. Uh, let's see. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? Season 4. Last season was kind of lame. I already know what's happening. You know, I'm kind of caught up when it comes to the lore of this, so we'll see if it's going to be any good or not. Then Classroom of the Elite second season. The first season came out forever ago. I watched it forever ago, but it is coming back, so we'll see what happens with that. Um, it's interesting. You know, it's not going to fucking make you dick hard, but who knows? It'll be interesting. Another series is when will Ayumu, Ayumu, make his move? Question mark. I've been reading this for a while. It's basically like done by Silverlink too, so you know they're gonna knock the animation out of the park. Um, I've been reading this manga for a while. It's like a shorter read. It's fun, rom com. Get into it. It's slice of life, basically about I think it's shogi. Yeah, join a shogi club and you know whatever. Good fun. We've also got My Isekai Life. I gained a second character class. Blah 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 blah. If you look it up, you'll see it. I've been reading that. It's basically a power trip, power fantasy, whatever the fuck. Been reading that series too. It's just again, I'm noticing all these series that I've been reading are just getting fucking anime adaptations. It's wild. Probably not gonna watch that. Kind of don't care. Not that great of a manga. I wouldn't check it out if I were you. Um, and then there's a couple other series. One I am actually looking forward to heavily that is going to be coming out that I've been reading is Isekai Oji-san. If you get a chance, definitely check out the manga. It is fucking hilarious. The artwork is a little rough, so you kind of have to work around that, but it is phenomenal. So funny, a lot of tropes, a lot of goofy shit. The chapters are pretty short. I think you'll like it though. I definitely recommend. That's one of my biggest manga recommendations. Um, Another series here we got here is Kuro no Sokanshi. I don't know how the fuck to say that. I don't know what the actual translation is either. It says another series I have been reading for a while now. It's actually really good, so definitely check it out. Um, it's been being done by Studio Satellite. I don't know who the fuck they are, but I'm just hoping the cover art or like the promo art looks really good. So I'm hoping the animation is through the roof because the manga animation or manga art is actually pretty good. It's just very stylized, but I think you'll like it. I'm not going to go into depth about all of these because I've been talking about it for a little while now. Um, so I don't want to keep on the same topic. I could go through and explain every single one, but this isn't just a anime and manga podcast, so you can suck my fucking dick. What else do we have here? Oh, Mob Psycho 100 season 3 comes out this October. That's gonna be phenomenal. Keep an eye out for that. Cannot wait. Some other dog shit coming out that I don't care. Oh, this one right here, The Eminence in Shadow coming out in October. Very good. Check that out. Keep an eye out for that. Another season of Golden Kamuy, October. Keep an eye out for that. Gonna be talking about that. That time I was reincarnated as a sword. That one's pretty good. Keep an eye out for that. But whew, I digress. I could talk about this all day. I think we move on to what else do I have here? Um, oh, there's also Chainsaw Man coming out soon. Who knows when that's going to come out, but we'll see. Goblin Slayer season 2 coming out too. We'll see. Um, all right, so moving on here, that covers anime and manga. I was going to talk about them separately, but I kind of talked about them at the same time. And instead of me going through and just looking at random manga to fucking look at, um, just to pull it up. It's a waste of time. All right, so next we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons. So I have recently started playing Dungeons and Dragons with my brother and a couple friends. I'm actually really enjoying it. We're not playing it in person. We are playing it over the computer. It's fucking so much easier to get into that way. So we use D&D Beyond. It's a website where you can make character sheets, you can roll, you can do all this shit. They make it so fucking easy now. It's like stupid. Like it's just so easy. Like you should get into it. You should play it. You should have fun. It's a great way for me personally to connect with my brother and my friends. My brother lives across the country. My friends live across the country, and I get to spend time with them, hang out, dick around, have some fun, use a little bit of creativity, and do some cool shit. So I highly recommend it. They make it super easy now. D&D Beyond and Roll20. It's another website where you can have an interface and play. We also use Tabletop Simulator, so you can kind of like have like a little map in front of you, so you're not actually just like pretending to move pieces around. It's kind of nice to have a little thing in front of you. A whole lot of fun. I highly suggest it. At first, like like a long time ago, I was like, Dungeons and Dragons is lame. It's for nerds. Like, who fucking cares? Like, why would I want to do that? I don't give a shit. But recently, my brother had been hyping it up because he got into it. And he wanted me to play with him, and I said, yeah, what the fuck? Why not? Now I'm real into it. I got a fucking 2 campaigns going on. My first campaign, I am. Oh, excuse me. My first campaign, I am a Goliath fighter. A really good class for beginners. If you've never played before, just pick a fighter. You'll figure out how it goes. Works pretty easy. You end up doing a bunch of fucking damage. Pick a tanky class like a race or whatever, and it'd be able to actually fucking play the game without being like, oh, what the fuck, I don't know what I'm doing. And so you basically just roll to hit, and then you'll be able to, you know what I mean, just swinging swords and axes and shit. It's very simple. And then after that, you can figure out another class you actually want to play, and then you can figure out like another fucking race that you want to play as well, and do a different campaign. So my second campaign, I am a Dragonborn Warlock because I wanted to do a casting class, and then I wanted to do a cool race, so I chose that. It gives you a little bit more diversity, and I could do a couple other things. I get like a familiar that I can summon and shit like that. Um, it's just more fun, you know what I mean? It's just like I get to play 2 different sides of the game. They're 2 completely different campaigns, 2 completely different characters, and I get a different experience each time. And it's fun, you know what I mean? It makes me think like, okay, now I need to, one class is just me. I'm basically just a brute force killer, and I just fucking run into the fight. The second class, I kind of have to sit back and do more spell casting. I got a lot of long range abilities, and I got a lot of like I've got like frost armor and shit like that that I can cast on myself. So it's kind of fun. I it's not kind of fun. It is a lot of fun. So I highly suggest get into D&D, get in with your friends, find a dungeon master who knows what they're doing. You can find people online now, so it's not that big of a fucking deal. Get a couple campaigns under your belt, have a little bit of fun, get yourself immersed, get your dick wet. Um, I think this only records for about 30 minutes, so I am going to stop the recording, hopefully splice these 2 together, and then do another recording. So give me one moment here. All right, hopefully I can splice these together, but I don't know. This only lets me record for 30 minutes. Again, this isn't a professional podcast. I'm not Joe Rogan. I'm not fucking Tim Dillon. This is a bootleg operation. I got no visuals. I got no video. I got fucking a hard dick, and I got sweet biceps. So just use your fucking imagination, all right? Yeah, so D&D, get into it, play it with your friends. It's a whole lot of fun. Forget the stereotypes. Who cares about all that bullshit? People are like, oh, it's for fucking nerds. Like, dude, suck my fucking dick. All right? I'll do whatever the fuck I want. I'm not hurting nobody. All right. Jesus Christ. Um, yeah, so there's no excuse, get some friends together, play online, play in person. Again, it's easier just to play online and use, roll 20, D&D Beyond. You can play it on your fucking phone. Pull up D&D Beyond on your phone, play with your friends in person. It's There's no excuse anymore. All right, get into D&D, have some fun. I remember I was telling some girl I was working out with a friend of mine who's a female, should be unnamed. She's never gonna fucking hear this anyway, so who cares? Um, I told her like I was working out, and I told her I had something to do at like 11 a.m. or something like that, and she's like, "Well, what are you doing? Like, where are you gonna go?" I was like, "I'm going to go play D&D with my brother," and she's like, "Oh, really?" And gave me this look of like, "Okay, weirdo." Like, dude, fuck you, cunt. Like, I'm way better looking than your boyfriend and way more ripped. So why don't you fuck off, okay? And I bet your boyfriend's jerking off to kitty porn, okay? Suck my dick, whore. Like, come on, dude. Like, fuck. Like, I could be doing way worse shit. I could be smoking crack. I could be fucking going into YouTube comments and saying some fucking outlandish racist shit, which I'm sure her boyfriend's doing. I don't know. I never met her boyfriend, so I don't fucking know, so I don't care. Um, but I was just pissed off that she gave me that fucking look and said it that way. I was like, what the fuck? Like, who cares what I do in my free time? Like, who the fuck are you to judge? Like, I bet you fucking roll your turds into little balls. Like, fuck off, bitch. Um, Safe to say I don't really hang out with her anymore, so I just don't need judgmental people like that in my life. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I'm doing something I enjoy. Like, it's fun. Like, I could be again doing way worse shit. I could be smoking cigarettes and drinking booze and fucking who fucking knows, I could be doing a bunch of fucking outlandish shit. So playing a little bit of D&D with my brother and my friends is not fucking hurting anybody. And again, like, dude, all the stereotypes and shit like that, like video games, like D&D, are for fucking nerds, like weirdos, like pimply fucking losers. Like, bro, this guy's making millions of dollars streaming on Twitch TV, playing games like fucking Fall Guys. And what are you doing? Working some shitty ass job for no money, like me? So fuck off, dude. Who cares? Suck my dick. All right. Moral of the story: go play some D&D, play a campaign, have some fucking fun. Okay. Forget about your shitty life for fucking 2 hours. Play some D&D. All right. Um. All right. Next, we're gonna talk about moving. So I need to actually move soon. Around July or August. I'm not gonna talk about the situation. It's not like a terrible situation. It's just it is what it is. And I'm looking for rent around the Denver area, and it's all fucking outlandish. So I looked at this one place this past Saturday, and they showed me 3 units. All of them fucking shitholes, and they were charging like the first unit was like the worst. It was like 1.2 thousand a month, not super crazy, but I walked into it and I was like, this place is fucking garbage. It just looked like a rundown dump. Like you open the cabinets, it looks like fucking rats have been chewing on the fucking cabinet doors. The place is a shithole. And no washer and dryer in unit. There's no washer and dryer in any of these units. So I was like, no fucking way. But I was like, might as well take a look and see what the deal is. Second unit was about 1.4 thousand a month. Um, Basically the same as the first unit. Looked exactly the same, just a little bit more room. Still shitty. You know, what the fuck? And then the last unit I looked at was 1.6 thousand a month. Um, Actually looked kind of decent. The appliances were new, the door handles were all new, cabinets were all new, drawers, all that shit. But it was still just like a small place, nothing that fucking over the top, and still no washer and dryer in unit. I was like, dude, you trying to get me to pay 1.6 thousand a month for this? I was like, you just put a fucking fresh coat of paint on a turd, an old turd. I was like, dude, if you would charge like, I would pay no more than $1,000 a month to live there. Maybe even less. My standards might be higher, but like it just looks like a shithole. So I'm not doing it. Not doing it. I am going to look at some more places this weekend. This is going to be an action-packed weekend for me, of course. Um, I'll keep you guys updated, but I'm looking to try and get something like rent in Denver is just fucking through the roof, and it's like if I don't want to live in a shithole, I'm gonna have to pay out of my fucking mind. It's out of control. It's ridiculous. And like, dude, We live in 2022. If you do not have washer and dryer in unit, you can suck my fucking dick. Like, are you kidding me? How are you gonna get away with this? Making me fucking do coin operated laundry in a shared fucking laundry space. Like, dude, suck my dick. No fucking way. And you're gonna charge me, dude. I personally, you should not be charging $1,000 or more a month if there's no washer and dryer in unit, or like no washer and dryer hookups. Like, dude, that's fucking unreal. That's like that's like college dorms. So get the fuck out of here, dude. Not doing that. Not fucking dealing with that. Like, how can you not have a washer and dryer in your unit? Like, I'm a grown ass adult and no washer and dryer in unit. Like, come on, man, dude. Like, how do you get away with charging that much money for that too? Like, I don't get it. Like, dude, the area that I was looking at those places wasn't even that nice. So it's not like I'm paying for the area. I'm just paying for a shitty fucking living condition. No shot, bro. No shot. But yeah, that's that. So probably gonna have to spend fucking way more than I want on rent, but I refuse to live in a shithole. So I'd rather pay more money to live in a nice place than less money and save money to live in a shithole. Because one thing I've realized within the past few years is that your living space directly impacts your mental health. And I refuse to live in a shitty place and refuse to let it deteriorate my mental health. So, treat myself to a nice place and you know what I mean? It's also like you bring girls over and then they see where you live and they're like, "Ugh, like what the fuck? Like what you live here? Like, oh, what are you doing?" Like, "Oh, you got to cuz I got a decent job. Like it's nothing crazy. I just pays me decent money, the 9 to 5 I work from home." Um so they'd be like, the fuck? Like, you got gambling debts or something? Like, why are you living here? So I'd rather, I bring friends over, bring family over if they want to come visit, bring girls over, hopefully get them to fucking rub me off or something. But, I mean, no one wants to jerk you off in a dark, shitty fucking apartment. You know what I mean? Like, they want to walk in, they want to feel safe, and they want to be like, wow, he's actually doing well for himself, huh? Like, nothing gets women more in the mood than fucking walking into a shitty apartment. You know what I mean? Like you walk in, it smells like shit, dishes piled to the fucking ceiling, dog laying there shitting all over the floor, couch all ripped up, windows broken. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it definitely gets the juices flowing, guy. I want women to walk into my apartment, have it smell nice, be clean, and look presentable. You know what I mean? Have a decent appliances, have fucking, doors that actually close, handles that don't look like they're about to rust off. Like, dude, I am fucking 29 years old. I can't be living in shitholes anymore. So, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to be paying the price for it, but that's the life. I guess it's just more incentive to make more money. So, if any sponsors listen to this, fucking give me money. That's not how you ask for sponsors, but no one's listening to this anyway, so who gives a fuck? All right, next, we are going to be talking about League of Legends. So League of Legends is like the only game I am playing right now, basically because my computer can't run very much else besides like, chess, chess.com, or fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, which is fun, but that game's full of fucking assholes, so it's whatever. Um, yeah, so I've been playing that, playing a little bit of ranked. Not grinding it super hard, but the newest set for TFT just came out, and I was playing that a little bit today while I was working, which is fucking awesome. Um, it's a whole lot of fun. I mean, I don't know. I've been playing League of Legends since like 2013, following the pro scene since like 2014, 2015, and then playing TFT ever since it came out. Never really got higher than gold in TFT. Never really got higher than silver in League of Legends. But I don't suggest getting into the game. It's one of those games I've just been playing forever. Um, it's the skill cap is super high. Uh, the people who play the game are fucking retards. They're just gonna sit there and blame you for things that you didn't do, or like blame you for fucking them playing poorly or whatever. It's just full of fucking bitches. Like it's just ugh. But I do suggest playing some TFT. TFT is fun. It's basically like Dota auto chess. It's like that auto chess genre. I'm not going to sit here and explain the whole thing, but you buy little units, make a little army, and they fight against somebody else's little army, and they all have like little traits that like they commingle with each other and give each other bonuses, and it's fun. It's fun. Makes you use your brain a little bit. You get to see some cool little like flashes on the screen and shit, and it doesn't really get you that mad. Only a little bit mad. Um, but I highly suggest getting a TFT. I also highly suggest watching the League of Legends Pro scene if you want to check the game out. They play the game obviously at a very high level internationally. There's a North American scene which is pretty good. They're not really that good on the international level, but obviously they're better than me, so they're fucking amazing. That's good to look into. Definitely look that out. You'll find it on Twitch, YouTube, fucking, look up their Instagram, look up their Twitter. I'm sure they'll fucking find it. Um, but yeah, new set. It is like all dragon based for TFT. It's like the Dragonlands or whatever. It's fun. I like it. I have some fun with it. Probably play it a little bit after I finish recording this. But it's fucking something to do. It's a little bit of fun. I just want to talk about it because I recommend it. It's fun. It's a free game too, so get your dick wet. And then I think the last thing I'll be talking about leading off with is going to be this August, August 20th. I am planning on competing in a natural bodybuilding competition. This is going to be my first one. I'm pretty excited. I am about 11 weeks out currently. So, the dieting is about to get really fucking harsh. The cardio is going to be getting harsh. So I'm going to be diced to the gills, which I've never been before, which is going to be uh, quite interesting because I've never been super lean before. Never had like visible abs before. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know what's going to happen. I am going in with the mentality that I'm going to take first. That is what I want, or else I wouldn't be doing this. Um, if I don't have a good showing, I probably won't do another one. We'll see. I mean, maybe I'll just really love the process, but I fucking doubt it. Um, but if I get first, I'll probably do another one. We'll see. Again, I'm going in with the mentality of I want to take the whole fucking thing. I feel like I've been working hard. I've been working out for a long time. I started when I was about like 22 or so, 29 now. So I've been working out since then. Pretty consistently, learning more, gaining more experience, and kind of knowing what I do and don't want to do, what works for my body, stuff like that. I think the hardest part for me is going to be dieting down, obviously, and then fighting the cravings and like keeping my mental state like in a good place, and then also the posing. The posing is going to be really hard. I need to develop a posing routine. I need to do some research on that, which I probably should be doing here instead of doing this podcast. But it is what it is. I also need to get drug tested for this. Obviously, is a natural show, so should not be using PEDs for this. I don't use them anyway. That is neither here nor there. That's something I could talk about on another podcast because I do a lot of research into it. Maybe I'll do it one day. I don't fucking know yet. Who fucking knows? Who knows? I'm almost 30 years old. Who fucking knows? Um, but yeah, so I need to actually get tested for that. I need to register for that. I need to pay for that, and then I can keep it out of my mind. So I'm probably going to be doing that here within the next couple weeks just to get it all taken care of. I do not know when I need to get drug tested for it, if it is like the day of or fucking, a month before or something like that. Something I really need to look into. So I should probably fucking do that here very shortly. Um, but yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm working with a coach, Weston Garland. You guys can look him up on fucking YouTube. He's a YouTuber. You can look him up on Instagram. He's fucking ripped out of his mind. He knows what he's doing. He just competed recently. So again, I'll be competing in the OCB Natural Denver Open. I don't know the exact name of it, but you guys can look it up if you want. It is going to be August 20th, which is a Saturday. So I'm really excited. If anybody's listening to this, if anybody cares, come out support. Fucking yell at me out on stage. Tell me my dick looks small because I'm going to be in those posing trunks. Everyone's dick looks small. Um, yeah, it'll be exciting. It's a new experience in life. It'll be fun, dedicate myself to something, and we'll see what the results are. It's me versus me up there on the stage, and see what kind of package I can bring. I'm really excited for it. But I think that closes out the first episode of the first inaugural episode of the Backed by Bone podcast. Like, comment, subscribe. I think I'm going to be trying to put this on YouTube and maybe even Spotify. I don't fucking know. Again, I'm not a professional. I'm just going to try and bang this shit out. I think it's fun. Listen to a lot of podcasts. Been wanting to do a podcast for a while now. They just have some fun. You know what I mean? Who fucking cares? Put your voices out there into the universe, and who fucking knows? I'm not expecting to make fucking millions off of this. I'm not expecting to make a single fucking cent. But if I do, you best believe I'm spending it on a Rolls Royce. I don't know. I won't actually do that. I'll probably actually just put that towards rent. So, the year may be due, but the rent is still due. Again, so it looks like we are wrapping up here close to about 45 to 50 minutes. Again, like, comment, subscribe, follow the Instagram, follow the YouTube. I'm gonna be starting to post stuff there. Probably start getting a logo out at some point. Maybe make it myself. I don't fucking know yet. I don't know the consistency on this either. I'll just sit down and hit record whenever I fucking feel like it. There's no pressure. There's no sponsors. There's nobody I need to answer to. So if I don't feel like putting one out, I don't feel like fucking putting one out. And if I do, I do. So we'll see how it goes. Appreciate anybody who's listening. Thank you again. Again, my name is Chris, Don Burgundy on the internet. This is the Back by Bone podcast. And go get your fucking dick wet, okay? Love ya. Bye.